that's a good one. So whatever, if you're traveling with a picky eater, you want to take things that make them feel comfortable. So if it's their plate, their favorite placemat, their favorite utensils, their favorite cup, whatever it is that makes them feel comfortable is the one thing that you want to bring with you when you travel. Now, saying that is that sometimes it's big, heavy things that it's difficult to travel with. So you want to start using something before you travel, but if you're traveling tomorrow or next weekend, you know, you can't do this obviously, but you want to try to transition to something that's a little bit more travel friendly or travel safe. Some of my favorite things for traveling is the Munch Mug. Have you seen this one before?
Oh, they're sending us one of these. I've never seen this before.
Oh
they're
my
sending
gosh.
one.
I use it all the time.
They're sending one of these for me to try out. How crazy that you have this.
This has been my thing for 2 years. Like
I've never heard of it.
Yay! Okay, so I love, not only do I love the product, the guy that invented this, the dad that invented this, is amazing.
Is it invented by a dad too?
Yes, it's by a dad, and he's amazing, and he's just so generous and kind and loving. But feel this. Put your hand through there, the sensory aspect.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm always looking for tools that will travel, but that also have a sensory component, because these are kids that are a little bit nervous, and you want to give them a little bit more sensory feedback.
So what this does, it's one of those like snack containers, and a lot of these snack containers have like the plastic flaps where you stick it in, and it can be a lot
it's
like
hard.
They grip on your hand, your fingers, and whatever. This is fabric, so it has an overlap here, so nothing can spill. But you stick your hands through here and you can grab, and nothing is scraping your hands. Nothing is like, this is so, I can't believe you have that with you right now.
It's crazy. And the other thing, it's almost like for those of you who are therapists, it's almost like the material that's made for the sensory body shapers.
Okay.
So it's very flexible, and it can really take an aggressive grab.
You mean like a Spanx?
Yeah, almost like a Spanx. Yeah, there you go. And so I have my kids that are on the spectrum that like to put their hand in and out of this, because this kind of does feel good. Like it's like an aggressive.
No, it's satisfying.
It is satisfying.
It's like.
And then can you imagine bringing some down out of it?
It's almost like when you go to a children's museum and they have the box and you have to like stick your hand in the thing and be like, that is a starfish
so
or
funny,
something.
Because that is how I use it in therapy. I will open this up. This opens up really easily. I'll cut a piece of black construction paper, and so the kids can't see what's in there. And so not only do I use it for feeding, but I use it for toys too. So
it's
then
called
they
the
have
Munch Mug.
The Munch Mug. So it's a Munchie Mug, and it says here like this Munchie Mug belongs to, and then you can write in permanent marker what it is. And then, so my kids, if you have a child with autism, they love the letters. They love pointing to the letters. I have a child that uses a communication board. So
Munchie Mug.
Munchie Mug. That uses a communication board. They don't speak, and they will use this Munchie Mug as a way to communicate. So they'll say, Miss Dawn, and they'll use it really quickly as a communication board system, which is crazy. I've actually also used this product with the elderly that have aphasia, and they've had a stroke and they haven't been able to communicate, and we've used it on feeding as well as being able to use as a communication board. So very different way to use a product. I bet they're not using it that way. But again, I try to have products that are easy to use for multiple settings. The other thing is I love this little lip here, so I've clipped on like clips to it. So it can go in your car if you're traveling in the car. It can go on the airplane.
Yeah.
You just hook it to like
this is also
stroller.
So real quick. Speaking of the cars, just since she brought it up, when you have stuff like this in the car, one of the things you want to do is hit it on your head.
Oh right.
But this isn't that bad. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. This is not.
I love that we look at products so differently. I never even thought about that.
It's not bad. Really? Like it's still hard, but it is not like a glass container or anything necessarily. If it's clipped, it's different.
Okay.
But this is I am totally into this.
It's so amazing.
Yeah.
It's so amazing. So I love it. So
I still think that's so completely random you have that here tonight. Because we were just emailing with them last week.
Oh my gosh, they're amazing. They've been so nice to me. And
have you ever seen this, Jen?
I have.
Put your phone. You have seen it and played with it?
No, I was in. I got the emails.
Okay.
Oh great. So
have
I
you seen
love
it in person?
Touch it.
Touch it.
I have a sample for the box one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh good. That should be in your box.
Yeah, it's great.
That should be in your box. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I use it for food. I use it for play toys, and I also use it as a reinforcer. And for those of you who are not therapists who don't know what a reinforcer is, It's something that you can kind of do as a reward system. So I'll put it here, and if I'm working with a child, and let's say I'm working on speech and language stuff, and we're working on words or sounds or whatever, and we will put a toy or something that they might like, or a sensory fidget, and I'm like, oh, I love how you've been working, and then put that in there. And at the very end, they get to pick out those items that they kind of worked for.